Today's devotional is, What are you willing to lose? And it reminds us that true devotion has a cost, but that nothing surrendered to Jesus is ever lost. Let's look once again at Mark chapter 14 and verses 1 to 11. Jesus anointed at Bethany. It was now 2 days before Passover and the festival of unleavened bread. The leading priests and the teachers of religious law were still looking for an opportunity to capture Jesus secretly and kill him. But not during the Passover celebration, they agreed, or the people may riot. Meanwhile, Jesus was in Bethany at the home of Simon, a man who had previously had leprosy. While he was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful alabaster jar of expensive perfume made from essence of nard. She broke open the jar and poured the perfume over his head. Some of those at the table were indignant. Why waste such expensive perfume, they asked. It could have been sold for a year's wages and the money given to the poor. So they scolded her harshly. But Jesus replied, "Leave her alone. Why criticize her for doing such a good thing to me? You will always have the poor among you, and you can help them whenever you want to. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could, and has anointed my body for burial ahead of time. I tell you the truth, wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered and discussed." Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 disciples, went to the leading priests to arrange to betray Jesus to them. They were delighted when they had heard why he had come, and they promised to give him money. So he began looking for an opportunity to betray Jesus. Christian writer C.S. Lewis wrote, "The work of a Beethoven and the work of a charwoman becomes spiritual on precisely the same condition, that of being offered to God, of being done humbly as to the Lord. This does not, of course, mean that it is for anyone a mere toss up whether he should sweep rooms or compose symphonies. A mole must dig to the glory of God, and a cock must crow." This woman in Mark chapter 14 didn't just give out of her abundance. She gave all she had, and Jesus saw her heart. Jesus saw she was giving as to the Lord and to the glory of God. True devotion is costly. It often means giving up comfort, control, or something else that is precious to us. But here's the beautiful truth. Nothing given to Jesus is ever lost. Instead, it is transformed into something greater, something eternal. What is Jesus calling you to surrender today? Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's your priorities. Perhaps it's your ambitions. Maybe it's your material resources. Whatever it is, know this. When we lay something down for Jesus, he fills us with something even greater, more of himself. Surrender isn't just about big dramatic moments. It's about the daily choices we make. Today, choose to give your best in every situation. In your relationships, at work, in your worship, and in your generosity. Give as if you were giving directly to Jesus, because in many ways, you are. Jesus, I want to give you my best. Help me to surrender anything that holds me back from following you fully. I trust that what I give to you will never be wasted. Let my life be a fragrant offering to you. Amen. And today's reflection question is, what is one thing in your life that Jesus may be asking you to surrender? I hope you'll see me back here tomorrow for another Battle Drill Daily Devotional as we think about the dangerous game of wanting more.